When people think about narcissistic abuse, they often focus on the emotional pain, the criticism, manipulation, gaslighting, and constant confusion. But the effects don't stop at your emotions. Prolonged exposure to a narcissistic relationship can influence the way your brain functions, how your body responds to stress, and even how you experience everyday life. Today, we will talk about what narcissists do to your brain and body. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. 10. They keep your nervous system on high alert. The human nervous system is designed to respond to danger and then return to a calm state once the threat has passed. Narcissistic relationships often prevent this recovery from happening. Unpredictable moods, criticism, manipulation, and emotional instability can keep you constantly waiting for the next problem. Your mind becomes focused on anticipating conflict rather than enjoying peace. Over time, this state of constant alertness can leave you feeling tense, anxious, and emotionally exhausted. Many survivors describe feeling as though they can never truly relax, even when nothing is wrong. 9. They increase chronic stress. Stress is a normal part of life, but chronic stress is a different story. Narcissists often create environments filled with uncertainty, emotional ups and downs, and ongoing tension. Because the conflict rarely feels fully resolved, the stress remains active for long periods. This can affect nearly every part of the body. Headaches become more common. Fatigue increases. Sleep quality declines. Concentration suffers. What begins as emotional stress gradually becomes a physical burden that impacts daily life. 8. They damage your ability to trust yourself. One of the most powerful effects narcissists have on the brain is weakening self-trust. Through manipulation, blame-shifting, denial, and emotional invalidation, they slowly teach people to question their own thoughts and feelings. You may begin doubting memories, second-guessing decisions, and wondering whether your reactions are justified. Over time, this creates a mental environment where confidence is replaced by uncertainty. The brain becomes trapped in a cycle of constant self-questioning, which can be mentally exhausting. 7. They disrupt your sleep. Many survivors of narcissistic relationships struggle with sleep problems. Arguments late at night, emotional stress, anxiety, and overthinking can make it difficult to fall asleep or stay asleep. Even when the body is physically tired, the mind may remain active, replaying conversations or anticipating future conflicts. Poor sleep affects both physical and mental health. Energy levels drop. Mood becomes harder to manage. Memory weakens. Focus decreases. Over time, sleep deprivation can magnify the impact of every other challenge the relationship creates. 6. They create brain fog. Living under constant emotional pressure can make clear thinking difficult. Many survivors experience what is commonly described as brain fog. They struggle to concentrate, forget things more easily, lose track of conversations, and have difficulty making decisions. This can be frightening because people often assume something is wrong with them. In reality, the brain is frequently overwhelmed by stress and emotional overload. Mental resources that would normally support focus and productivity are being redirected toward coping with ongoing tension. 5. They drain your energy. People often expect exhaustion to come from physical activity, but emotional strain can be just as draining. Narcissistic relationships require enormous amounts of emotional energy. You may spend hours managing conflict, avoiding criticism, explaining yourself, and trying to maintain peace. This constant effort gradually depletes your mental and physical reserves. Many survivors describe feeling tired all the time, even when they are not doing anything physically demanding. The relationship becomes a source of ongoing energy loss. 4. They increase anxiety. Unpredictability is one of the biggest contributors to anxiety. When you never know whether someone will be supportive, critical, affectionate, angry, or distant, your brain starts preparing for every possibility. You become hyper-aware of moods, tone of voice, and behavioral changes. This constant monitoring can create significant anxiety over time. Even after the relationship ends, many survivors find themselves remaining on guard because their nervous system has become accustomed to expecting problems. 3. They affect your physical health. The connection between emotional stress and physical health is stronger than many people realize. Long-term exposure to stress can contribute to headaches, digestive issues, muscle tension, fatigue, weakened immune function, and other physical symptoms. Some people experience frequent illness. Others notice ongoing aches and pains that seem difficult to explain. While every person's experience is different, many survivors discover that their physical health improves significantly once they remove themselves from the stressful environment. 2. They make your world smaller. Narcissists often consume so much attention that other parts of life begin disappearing. Friendships may weaken. Hobbies may be abandoned. Career goals may be delayed. Personal interests often move into the background, while the relationship becomes the center of everything. This narrowing of focus affects both mental and emotional well-being. Life becomes increasingly about managing the narcissist rather than pursuing your own growth and happiness. Over time, many people lose touch with parts of themselves that once brought them joy. 1. They disconnect you from yourself. The most damaging thing narcissists often do to the brain and body is slowly disconnect you from who you are. At first, the changes may seem small. You become a little more cautious, a little more anxious, a little less confident. But over months or years, those changes can become significant. You stop trusting your instincts. You stop expressing your needs. You stop pursuing goals that matter to you. Your decisions become influenced by someone else's moods, opinions, and expectations. The relationship gradually teaches you to focus more on managing their emotions than understanding your own. This disconnection affects every part of life. The brain becomes occupied with survival rather than growth. The body carries stress that was never meant to last so long. Confidence decreases because self-trust has been repeatedly challenged. Energy disappears because emotional resources are constantly being consumed. What makes this especially painful is that many survivors blame themselves for the changes they experience. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.